and hit the spot.
So, in topical back on another video, I'm Strange Wang. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list for every A24 horror movie that I've seen. I haven't seen them all, but I've seen a good majority of them. So let's get into it. And the first film we have up is the latest film I've seen for A24. It's a horror movie. It's Y2K, and it is great. I really think that these 2000 movies are going to hit with a lot of audiences coming up soon. We had Dee Dee, we had this, and that relatability is going to bring people into the theater. It's going to make that emotional connection, and it's going to be something that resonates. And then this film, unlike Dee Dee, because it's a coming age story, where this is a coming age story, is going to have the other element of the horror and the Y2K-ness. And very fun, great watch. Killing of a Sacred Deer, I'm going to say is good, because I've only seen it once. I remember liking it a lot and being freaked out when homie's eating the spaghetti and poor Sunburn getting shot and whatnot. It's a very stop you in your boots type of movie. Something I need to rewatch again. It's been a while. Good performances all around, I remember, but not really a very horror, just a more creepy film, I should say. Saint Maud. It's watchable. It wasn't no big scares in this movie. It was a scene about her putting her feet inside shoes with thumbtacks, and this weird relationship with this woman who's dying of cancer, and they're building something, and then it goes awry, and then the thumbtacks thing happens, and then that's all this movie really has to offer. It's pretty open-ended, I would say. Not something I would recommend to someone, but if someone was like, hey, have you seen this? I'm like, yeah, it's alright. It Comes at Night. This is a great fucking film. One of the most underrated A24 films of all time. This whole zombie thing, pre-pandemic, which is kind of scary. Just fighting for your family type movie. Just Walking Dead, but incredibly well made with much better acting. That is It Comes at Night. It's great. Climax, Big Trash, one of my least favorite movies ever made. Who Spiked the Punch Bowl? Oh, so scary. And by the way, I went to a website of, I think it was Rotten Tomatoes. They ranked all the A24 horror movies. So if you don't classify it as a horror film, A24 horror film, Rotten Tomatoes did, so blame them, not me. Climax is terrible. I hate this movie. It's pointless. It's just a bunch of sick, disgusting shit to be sick, disgusting shit, in my opinion. Another big trash one. Maxine. I hate this Hitchcockian thriller that Brian De Palma and others brought back in the late 80s, early 90s. And that style of filmmaking, I fucking hate. So, Maxine, you're big trash. The Witch, I didn't get it. It just wasn't for me. It was interesting. It kept me on my toes. But I just feel like it built up to something grandiose, and it just fell flat. I felt creepy the whole time, but I just felt like, yeah, she has became who she always wanted to be, and she feels safe in her own skin now, even though it's from something terrible. Maybe I'm just reading the movie wrong. It's just, I don't know. It's watchable. Here's a great movie for Maxine. It is X. X is great. It's everything you want in a slasher film and more. I mean, 70s porn, killing, up my alley when it comes to filmmaking and things I enjoy watching. X has it all. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Another underrated. I'm going to go good. Underrated A24 film. I think some people may watch it and they may not get all the jokes It's very meta. It's very parody. It's a parody of today's culture and whatnot, and they may not get all the jokes, and the ending may be disappointing to some. I absolutely loved it top to bottom. It was a very fun, enjoyable watch. But I don't think it's for everyone, so I'm going to go good. Lighthouse. You watch The Lighthouse, you're going to remember it. It's weird. It's dude fucks a mermaid. I'll leave it at that. It's a good watch. Talk to Me. This film was way too bloody. Yeah, it made me queasy. I don't think it needed that much blood. I think the horror element and the aspect of kids being kids was enough. So I'm going to put it in good. I don't need to see all that gross shit. I'm not a gore person. Body horror is not for me. And this film turned me off. So I'm putting it in a good category. Green Room. Also a good movie, you know. Thriller. We got to some shit that we didn't expect, and now we're stuck. Let's get out of it. Fun, interesting. It's going to provoke that investment you want from a film, and it did a good job doing that. Slice, Big Trash. I did not expect for there to be this many movies in Big Trash. Chance the Rapper was very famous at the time, and they tried to capitalize on it, and they made a shitty movie. Simple as that. Hereditary, exceptional. One of the greatest horror films of all time. The shots in this film are soon to be iconic. They're incredible. The twist this film has and just the ride it takes you on altogether is, as I said, it's exceptional. And the investment's there. Your heart's be pumping like Reeboks. You're going to be on your toes like a ballerina. It's just a great less is more. What a horror movie can hide in it with the message and everything was just blew me away. This was the first horror movie I sat in a theater to go see, and I actually really liked it and enjoyed it and wanted to seek out other horror movies similar. So that was a big one for me. Beau's Afraid, I mean, it's watchable. You know, I would say watch it once. If you kind of enjoyed it, watch it twice so you can process everything. But I don't know. I just haven't really felt the need to go back to it a bunch. Ari Aster's a great director. Just, you know, everyone misses. Joaquin Phoenix also kind of overrated in my opinion. I know it's sacrilege. But even, you know, you have a good performance in a mid-movie doesn't make it incredible. That's all I'm saying. Next, we have Men. It's another watchable one. Flat, no good ending, but the journey up to it was interesting, intriguing. It just didn't go anywhere. Enemy. I don't know. I want to go exceptional. But also, I don't think it's better than Hereditary, but it's better than all the ones that haven't great. I'm going to put in exceptional now. Again, what a movie plot can hide and make you work for the message, make you earn it. And that right there is going to have investment. Jake Gyllenhaal, phenomenal performance as he plays two characters in this film. If you haven't seen it, it's like 10 years old. It's older than 10 years old, I think, already. Yeah, it is. For sure. Just, like I said with Hereditary, it keeps you on your toes like a ballerina. You don't know what's going to happen next. You're getting invested, and then boom, something comes from the left. You think you know what's happening. You think you got the feel of the situation. Something comes from the right. The depth of a person, the dive, is a journey that anyone can enjoy, and I myself enjoyed it a lot. Just like this next one, Midsommar, just grief. What a way to show grief. is such an interesting concept dynamic with these characters and the situation that they're in. And just the daylight horror aspect of it was new to me, something I wasn't expecting, and it hit me like a sack of bricks. I was blown away by this movie, and it's not really super scary, but it has enough spread out that once it starts going, you're definitely like a little jumpy. And I think that was good. And it made for the ending big, grandiose, spectacular, leaves you with something to think about, something to remember, to haunt you. And that's where the horror aspect of this movie really comes from, I think. Next, we have Lamb. It's a very good watch. It's weird. Not really a horror movie, but childbirth is a very difficult thing. Having kids is a luxury not everyone has. This film dives into that with a weird horror-esque twist, and I think it does a good job navigating those waters and making a good movie. Next, we got Pearl. Pearl is great. I love the aspect of the 1950s, the Technicolor and everything. So this works so well and makes this movie even more creepier. Mia Goth is just meant to be a horror icon at this point. It feels like she just knocks it out the park. Except with, she was even good in Maxine. I just hate the style of movie, the genre Maxine's in. But Mia Goth is great in these roles. And Pearl just takes it to a whole nother level. The different performance, dynamic, range this film has to offer. How she could do this to her own family. And just the sick, like she's not doing like super gory stuff. Just like the imagery and just how cruel this person can be is frightening. And it's shown very well in this movie to make you scared. The Front Room, trash. This was in my top 10 worst movies of the year also. Just a couple scenes that we kind of saw in the trailer that didn't really live up to the hype in the trailer, and an ending that falls flat. This film had all the potential in the world to give you the investment to hate someone and for them to get what's coming to them, and it just did it in a very flat, un-cinematic way. And it just made it, the time you put into this movie, it made you feel like you were robbed. And I don't like that feeling. Heretic, I enjoyed this feeling. Oh man, I want to put it in great, but I'm leaning more towards good because I feel like it was just missing that X factor to really put it over the edge. But the play on religion and everything, I think it works out very well. The dialogue is extremely fucking good. One of the most well-written scripts of all time. When it comes to horror villains, Hugh Grant might be my favorite thing from cinema in 2024. Holy shit. Hugh Grant as a villain, chef's kiss, incredible. One of my favorite actors, and you'll see this different range of him in this horror movie. Thriller, more of a thriller than a horror movie, was incredible. Knocked my socks off. Next, we have Under the Skin. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go great with Under the Skin. Visually stunning, acting superb. The message in this movie and mixed with just the storyline in general, just you don't know what's going to happen next. It gives you stuff to think about to keep you invested, but you don't know what's happening next, and that makes for a very fun, interesting ride. And Under the Skin does great at it, so I'll put it in the great category. A film that doesn't do great at it is Tusk. Cheap body horror. Kevin Smith's worst movie, probably. Yoga Hoosiers is pretty bad, but I think I'll put Tusk as being worse. I really enjoyed the podcast aspect of it, But other than that, this film has no redeeming qualities, and it is big trash. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below where you would put certain movies. What was my cardinal sin of this list? And put all that, your comments in the comment section. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.